Hi, I'm Ciara and this is What the Focal, where I answer your questions about the Irish language. And in this video I'm going to be talking about Laethanta na Seachtaine, days of the week. A couple of people were in contact with me about days of the week, months of the year, agus na rudí sin. I think you want to know how to pronounce them and also what they mean and why they mean what they mean. And that's what I love to explain. So I've done a deep dive on days of the week and I hope you enjoy it. If you speak other languages from Europe, you might notice something about the days of the week in Irish. So I'll just list them off now. Agus feicimid cad ceapanshibh. Dé Luain, Dé Máirt, Dé Chéadaoin, Déardaoin, Dé hAoine, Dé Sathairn, Dé Domhnach. Did you notice anything there? You can also say them without the day. So it's An Luan, An Mháirt, An Chéadaoin, An Déardaoin, An Aoine, An Satharn, An Domhnach. Again, you might have noticed the similarities, but I'll explain them now. So, Dé Luain is Monday, and of course that comes from the Latin luna, which is the moon. And in English, people are often surprised to find out that Monday actually was Moon Day. And I just think we've really missed a trick there, because how much better would you feel about Monday if it was Moon Day? Just like, oh, just another Moon Day morning. It sounds really magical, but Monday just sounds so grim. Or else maybe Moon Day would sound grim after a while too, I don't know. Yeah, so that's it. And it's related to, you know, if you speak French, it's lundi, and it's the same root. So then we have Dé Máirt. And again, you might have noticed that it sounds like mardi in French or martedì, I think, in Italian, pardon my pronunciations. And it's from the Roman god of war, Mars. So that's what Dé Máirt is. But then we have Dé Chéadaoin, and that doesn't really relate to anything, does it? That you know from other languages. So what is happening there? Dé Chéadaoin, Déardaoin and Dé hAoine, the three next days of the week, all have that een sound, you might have noticed. So what that is, it means a fast. So een, it's not a word that we use in Irish anymore to mean a fast. We would say trusca, but at the time it meant a fast, and it came from a Latin word. Oh, how do you pronounce that? How do you spell that Latin word? I-E-I-U-N-I-U-M. That's where Aoine comes from, and it means a fast. So Dé Chéadaoin is like the day of the first fast, Dé na Chéadaoine, so the day of the first fast, Céad being first. Déardaoin is on the day between the two fasts, so it's Dé Idirghá-Aoine, Déardaoin, Dé Idirghá-Aoine. And then we have Dé hAoine itself, which is just plain fast day, Dé hAoine, the day that you fast on. And I actually don't really know exactly what they meant by fasting, if they were just like not eating meat, because I do know that that is a Catholic kind of tradition, isn't it, to eat fish on a Friday, Dé hAoine. So that's Dé hAoine, and then we're back to kind of more recognisable forms, so Dé Sathairn, which is based on Saturn, and then we have Dé Domhnach. So that is actually based, Dé Domhnach, it comes from a Latin word Dominico, I think, or Dominicus, and different, whatever form of the word you want, which means like the day of our Lord. But then there was also a Latin word Dies Solis, which is, I suppose, like the day of the sun, which would make sense for Sunday in English and other languages. But no, we have Dé Domhnach. So it seems a bit different, but it is also based in Latin. Okay, so why can you say, like, why did I first list it off with Dé Luain, Dé Máirt, Dé Chéadaoin, but then I said, oh, you can also say An Luan, An Mháirt, An Chéadaoin. There's two different ways of referring to the days of the week. And when you say the Dé Luain way, what you're basically saying is the day of Monday. It puts Luan into the Tishal Ginnadach. So that's why it would be Dé Luain, and it's spelled L-U-A-I-N. But when it's just An Luan, it's on L-U-A-N. Similarly, we have Dé Domhnach, but it's on Domhnach. So you can see the difference from like the base noun to the Tishal Ginnadach. Supposedly, when you're talking about like a specific day, you would say Dé Chéadaoin. So, Búlí mé leat Dé Chéadaoin. I will meet you on Wednesday. That's a specific day. But if I was just saying I run on Wednesdays, bí me gre ar an Géadaoin, so I run on a Wednesday, or It's Bralam An Luan. I love Mondays. Like, it doesn't mean a specific one. I don't know. If you use day, it's supposedly meant to be more specific. I learned that later. I didn't really understand. I knew there was two forms, but I didn't know what the difference was. And then when I learned what it was, I always make an effort now to use it correctly. But interestingly, when I was looking up for this video, when I was looking up some sample sentences on Foclóir.ie, I see that they have both examples. So I'll tell you an example now. They have, I'll see you on Monday. Feici mé Dé Luain hu, but they also have the example Feici mé An Luan hu. And I assume that the reason why is that Foclóir.ie, which is the new English-Irish dictionary, is descriptive. So old dictionaries used to be prescriptive, so they would kind of make up grammar rules and say what is correct and incorrect, and people would check the dictionary and make sure their speech was in line with that. But nowadays there's more of a tendency to make dictionaries descriptive, so they describe the speech of people. So if people are using this word An Luan in the way that traditionally you would have just said Dé Luain, I think Foclóir.ie would include that because it's a descriptive dictionary. Chuirmé Kester Twitter. I asked Twitter today, just when I was researching for this, what they thought, and everyone said, yeah, it seems to be used interchangeably, although people do know that there is supposedly that rule. So, if you're writing a book or doing something official, you probably want to use it correctly, but if not, you'll probably heard it used incorrectly. I don't want to tell you there's a rule and then for you to go out and automatically, instantly see people using it not obeying the rule. So, Sinead, one last thing to say as well, so interesting, is that the day in the Gaelic tradition begins at sunset. So that means it goes like night, day, I suppose, is the easiest way to think of it. So Halloween, which is like the night period between the 31st of October and the 1st of November, as we would see it, is called Oíche Shamhna, which means the night of Samhain, which is November. So it's because it's the first night of November. Similarly, Oíche Nollag means Christmas Eve. It doesn't mean Christmas night. So yeah, tá sé an spéisiúil just fechan na rudí beaga sin agus chuna bhíonn tú a smaoine bheith rudí. So it's just a little change, but it makes a difference, and it's worth knowing if you're going to be dealing with Irish dates agus a lehéad. So that has been What the Focal for this week, where I answer your questions about the Irish language. And if you do have any questions of your own, please feel free to get in touch. I'm on Twitter and Facebook and all over the internet. Please subscribe if you like this video. And I just got Patreon this week, and I'd really like to say thank you to all my patrons. And from now on, I'll be putting my patrons' names in the description box below just to say thank you again. So, Sinead Wemsha, slán go fóill.